were mentioning earlier in the day as well. So they still have some difficult opponents in Liquid and BetBoom that Thunder have to verse. So let's see how they're going to be able to shape up in this game one in particular, though. Do we feel like is there a draft we're kind of favoring heading into this?
I personally feel like in terms of draft, purely draft, it's kind of like Thunder Awaken.
I've always wanted to be a giant space crab.
I'm worried about that Naga late game. That Naga late game is the linchpin in everything, right? Like that's always going to be the case. I mean, Greater Bash is magical, I guess. It's not physical damage, so if it gets to the stage where ILICH just picks up a crap ton of farm, you will be able to deal with those Naga illusions. But Lo is a talented player, so he's going to be spreading them around the map. He's not going to just put them all clumped up into one lane. It's going to be difficult to be able to fully deal with this army.
Yeah, we'll see if Louis is going to be able to make it towards that TI stage as well. We saw him, at least in this position last year with Extreme Gaming, playing in the last chance qualifiers, and that was a team that was really expected to make it out as well. I know, of course, Liquid and Secret in the end were the two teams to be rewarded with their play.
A lot of people had them as their top two, yeah.
Yes, they did. So we'll see this time again. I think a lot of people are also putting him in his team probably in the driver's seat to make it out, and potentially off the back of it, First Blood's going to help in regards to this first game. It's just a question of who gets the reward. It will be Chalice off the back of the Centaur.
Very, very nicely done. And it's so obnoxious, the Naga attack sound, even when you're not getting the Riptide. Why is it so loud?
Thank you. Dude, I was looking across the map trying to see what I actually...
Where is this sound
was glitching
from?
I had no idea what was going on.
You thought you were by the ocean, and there were like waves crashing up against the rocks.
The Inkling.
I get it if it's a Riptide proc, but not a regular attack.
Yeah, I don't know. Alright, yeah. Can I mute Naga?
I'm just not going to look at that lane.
Is it bugged? I swear it's never been like that.
Nah, it's recent-ish.
Okay, yeah, well, let's, unfortunately, I can't mute Naga Silence, alright, I'll just, look away, apparently. So we're avoiding bottom. Very fun. Sorry, Lo, doesn't matter. You're not important anymore. Smiling Knight is where we can put our attention. Like we said earlier in the day, we've seen his performance out of the Bristleback. I don't think it's going to be any different in the off-lane Bristle item build that we've been seeing so far. He's got that Vanguard, Arcane Boots into the Scepter. Of course, the Bloodstone will be probably considered afterwards.
Yep, and again, it's a similar sort of thing. Against the Centaur, you don't really feel that bad, because Cool Spray is physical. Centaur, not a lot of armor. That's why you have to buy those 2 rings of protection at the very start of the game. So you should have a pretty decent time in this lane. Huerta doesn't have the greatest armor to be able to start out with either. Of course, you're able to stay a lot further back, so you're probably not going to get dealt a lot of damage from the Cool Spray, but it still is impactful if you're looking to try and make any sort of kill attempts happen, which they absolutely can. Like level 2, they can look to make a stomp into a calling, into a dead shot, into a double edge. That is a lot of damage output this early on.
What is the more traditional item build you'd expect out of a Huerta support?
I don't think there really is a traditional one. I mean, maybe you go into something like, what would be good for this game? Just thinking of buffing up the Naga Scientist. Here we go. They go for that big kill attempt I was talking about.
MJZ is nowhere to be seen, so Smiling Knight. Just those quills, man, were really starting to stack up, but yeah, it does end up going down. MJZ not there. Getting a stack onto the double small camp, but that is a kill for Azure Ray.
I honestly do wonder what they are actually going to go, right? Because a Solar Crest isn't the worst, but you've got pretty horrible heroes to be able to combine Solar Crest with. Naga doesn't make use out of it, really, unless you're using it aggressively every single time. Centaur, not really. Earth Spirit, not really. I think we get another kill here onto the AA, though.
Creeps potentially if you can get a ring. Deadshot still on cooldown. Just use it aggressively for potentially for the damage. MJZ though, he's got the movement speed. Chalice is one up in there and also has the double edge back to bottom. Now Tianming will get the Firefly down to the low ground. One more right click, not enough. Tianming will just stay alive. He's got a salve as well to repair the damage.
Dodged out the last little shadow poison there. So Knight not able to take him out.
I must say I am a very much disliked as Knight and Smiling Knight. I mean, Knight is not going as Smiling Knight anymore, but I don't know why they've done this to us, but it's okay. I will forgive them if they win TI.
Night and Night, yeah. But we're calling him Smiling Knight. There's no other way.
Yeah, there's not. I mean, even then, it's...
One's not smiling, you know?
Say not so.
What is the other one? Oh, well, I guess we'll see the emotion as this game goes on and how he's going to be feeling. He's making an early rotation over to try and potentially take away the water and maybe make some stacks as well inside the triangle. Nothing too crazy is going on mid. SLATEM's 20-9 compared to the 19-5.
I'm still wondering what FY's item build is going to be. Like, sorry, Knight's getting going on again. Smiling Knight, that is, as he gets pushed potentially back into the calling, but he's just going to stand in the middle of it and start spamming out those cool sprays. He doesn't want to get silenced. He wants to be casting things as much as possible. I can see him going something into like the Vessel, into maybe a Veil of Discord, like one of those two items, or even just an Arcane Boots to make sure that when Pango uses that Swashbuckle Diffusal Blade, that the cores are going to have the damage output to be able to consistently take these fights.
I was going to bring up... Oh, Chalice. I was going to bring up just solely the Yours to be able to deal with the Spirit Breaker. I don't know if it's that... Like, if it doesn't feel... You don't feel happy with any item, maybe you just really want to address the offlane Spirit Breaker with that. Pop in again, Smiling Knight.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Living.
Oh, into the...
Oh,
FY, dude, are you serious?
The timing.
Oh my god.
There's a reason I called him a top 3 pos 4, even after all this time spent not so active.
Wow.
Look at what it means for Chalice's farm as well. He's a full 500. Sure, the first blood helps a little bit, but he is well and truly on his way to being super comfortable on this top side. He gets into those phase bits as well. You really don't worry about those quill spray at all.
And we've seen so far today the Centaur has been pretty annoying for the Pango to play up against with the Stampede, just a reset away from the Rolling Thunder. So I've been quite impressed overall with Centaur's ultimate so far through the games that we've covered, and we'll see if that's going to continue to be the case. You can just retreat away from the Bristleback as well.
It's 90 seconds now, so a small decrease in the cooldown for the Stampede. It still feels like this game, I think if Thunder are going to win it, is all on ILICH for mine. Like, you need to make sure that you're making the most out of the space that a Spirit Breaking can provide you, and the early farm that you're able to pick up as well.
And it does look like he's been able to pick up that farm though against Lowe's Narcus Iron. So 35-8 compared to the 35-3. You're not really going to contest the Naga, which is the big concern. I mean, we're yet to see the rotations out of both these mid laners as well. SLATEM has this level 6 now to work with. Somnus is very close to 6 and has an invis as well.
You would assume he's going into an Oxarine, right? With a Voidstone being queued up on ILICH?
Yes, I would imagine, yeah.
Can't imagine it being a hammer.
JZ. Catch the engine apparition off guard. We'll be able to get out of the calling though. Smiling Knight is starting to stack up some of the spam, and it's going to result in Azure Ray being pushed away.
5 ways. Actually going into the Atos. Okay, I can see it. Get shot into the Atos, just effectively acts like a stun. So it helps to set up for things like the Magnetize, like the Bat Rider, just Firefly down on the ground.
It's so funny seeing this new horse stun. Like, I'm just not used to it yet.
What, the big wind up?
Yeah.
It's nice to play. You can make it work as a support as well.
Yeah, I was playing again. Jamin's still going to stick around. They're pushing continuously into the calling. SLATEM's rotation is at pretty good timing. Somnus is going to mirror that though. Just stops the Rolling Thunder. He'll get it off now, but with it being a couple seconds late, means that Bristol's not here for the further fight. ILICH will show up at the Stampede. Doesn't get it out of there, the strike, but now ILICH is stuck here. Azure will turn over. Can they deal with SLATEM zone next? As the Penguin's got some spells to continue to use. Just a good old-fashioned right-click's enough, and now he's going to be able to continue to chase Chalice down over the right side. Hoofstomp to be able to get some distance. It should not matter though, as Knight gets in range from the Banishment, and Thunder. Really nice rebuttal from them, from bringing multiple members to be able to take that skirmish.
They're able to move Knight towards the mid lane. He's a little bit... Like, he's died 3 times. He's still got an okay amount of farm, right? But you got to make sure that you're accelerating so much faster than what the enemy team is able to do. Again, if you're not going into this Meteor Hammer build on the Spirit Breaker, it looks like it's just a casual Voidstone for a little bit of mana regeneration as well. But he just wants to make sure that he's able to stay out on the map, make consistent plays, get into this Shadow Blade, get into, I would assume, the Aghanim Scepter or the BKB pretty quickly after that. For those that weren't watching when I was talking about the Spirit Breaker previously, I think it's in a position to be Giga Busted and
Top lane?
it'll be okay.
I don't think so. SLATEM's even going to rotate over once again, and
Now it's
all right.
To be a giant space crab.
Very nicely done, Thunder. I mean, you got your Pango top of the net worth. You're making good movements across the map. ILICH is getting some farm
Dire's
down
middle
bottom.
tower is under attack.
They will be able to potentially take some stacks over towards a triangle with Tianming and FY.
All right, nice little way to yoink away some gold. But yeah, all you need is level
Radiant's top
9
tower
now
is under
on the Spirit
attack.
Breaker, who, by the way, I think you did see, so he's starting the charge happening towards Tianming, but it's a little bit too late.
Should be able to get the kill though nonetheless. Also bring some extra members just in case a further fight breaks out. SLATEM's actually going to TP down to the tower in case someone was stuck inside the river, but FY already moved away. And I don't know if they're going to get low. Maybe trying to play with a Rolling Thunder. Now with a real one, ILICH going to be able to charge forward. FY stops the Rolling Thunder. They're not done just yet. They'll force up the song. They're all grouped up for the potential magnetize. Somnus going to be able to land some spells. Is the damage enough though? ILICH will be sent to the north, and the Rolling Thunder just gives them some time to retreat, but Somnus doesn't need to fear. Actually, Stampede to potentially helping FY close the distance onto MJZ. And they will get the kill onto AA, so the only one that goes down in the end.
Wasn't the greatest magnetized, but it doesn't matter in the end. They're able to secure a kill. You'd make sure that the Naga doesn't need to actually TP all the way back to base, so she can just farming. You still were able to take away that stack from previous.
Dire's
So
bottom
he's still
tower
looking
is
up
under attack.
for Azure Ray right now. Some of these dead shots, the angles are just perfection.
Mid lane, they're also setting up. SLATEM. Right. A little bit difficult with that D time. Love to be able to find the level 6s though. Importantly out of Tianming, but maybe that extra... I don't even know. Do you go Pierce the Veil at 6 on a support Moeta?
I don't know if you do. Maybe you change the way that you play a little bit and act a bit more like bait-ish if you feel like they don't have ways to be able to pierce through it. And I mean, honestly, they don't really have all that much, right? Immune to physical damage. Going up against a Bristleback, that's all he's doing. Tango, swashbuckle, physical. Spirit Breaker charge will hit you, but not much else.
This game's kind of stabilizing a little bit after some of the aggression we've seen for the past couple of minutes. So SLATEM's working on the defusal. Do have 3 cores though from Azure Ray, top of the net worth, and they're not done just yet. Somnus and Tianming's going to look to combine with Low, who is up against a low health pool ILICH, and they've got the Spirit Vessel as well. Even Hit connects onto MJZ if they're able to catch up to him. And yep, Somnus going to do just that. Rolls over the top. Won't continue though.
Dire's structures
Courier,
are
look,
fortified.
micro.
Dire's
He's just
bottom
not really
tower
farming,
is
he's
under
making sure his
attack.
courier stays alive.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Alright, well, they're doing a pretty decent job at being able to take away this this bottom tower. Not typical that this would be the first one to be going down, but again, like punishing the fact that they don't really have the
Dire's
greatest
top
wave
tower
clear.
is under attack.
Well, there's a big rotation down, but this just makes space for Chalice. So even though you might not take bot, top's going to take a good amount of damage as well. You might end up getting 2 for 1 at the end of the day.
Yeah, we might see the map be a little bit awkward to play now, just because those rotations. When Somnus now has a haste rune, so big advantage to look to
Dire's top tower
make a quick
is under
play
attack.
off the back of this active rune. See what the call is going to be for Azure.
Quicker than I thought.
Use it defensively, does get purge, but Stampede's going to be there. Now bottom as well, MJZ, multiple TPs coming out.
Dire's
Tianming.
top tower is under attack.
Is he gonna, I don't know if he's gonna die. ILICH is gonna try and charge down FY though, stuck inside the calling. ILICH gonna need to get pretty lucky with a bash. Unfortunately, his first right click won't be that. I get vision Tianming though.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I wonder how much this Muerta is like a a specific bristleback counter that Azure Ray have thought about, right? Like, you can see the way that FY is doing it. Obviously, no points in Gunslinger, you're a support, but maxing out the
Dire's
calling
top tower
before
has
the
fallen.
dead shot, just to make sure that you can lay this down, and bristleback can't just stand around and just spam his spells, right? You're always going to get bumped around by the likes of the Earth Spirit kick, or you're going to get flame broken into a
Dire's
calling
bottom
spirit,
tower
or you're going to
has
get dead shotted into it. It really reduces the impact of what a bristleback is able to do in a lot of these team fights.
Yeah, right. It's always frustrating if you're getting kited. And really, they don't have, like, ILICH, I mean, you mentioned him earlier. If Bristle's not going to get kited, ILICH needs to have a good game on the Spirit Breaker to always be in the middle with charge and Nether Strike and not be worried about getting blown up from 4 to 0. Even SLATEM's as well, who, and speaking of him, has the Diffuser Blade now completed. So you're going to need to see something pretty shortly, though, from Thunder, because his net worth lead's continuing to grow, and Azure Ray, consider about going for this tier 1
Dire's
town mid,
middle
especially with the
tower
blink
is under
ready on
attack.
Chalice. You should be able to close on the SLATEMs, but
Dire's structures are
maybe
fortified.
further back was a little bit too scary for them.
I
But it's awkward. Somnus move on to the power rune, so they won't have the Earth Spirit to follow up. Still all the attention put onto SLATEMs at the moment. While Somnus is dealing with Nano towards the back line. That's a defensive banishment away. SLATEM's going to be in with the Rolling Thunder as well. Now with Smiling Knight as well. They've got the damage to deal with the Earth Spirit. And SLATEM's as well catches up to FY inside the river. So there we go. Thunder with the Diffuser Blade from SLATEM's able to get some big kills as a result.
And a little surprised that FY didn't, sorry, not FY, Somnus didn't choose to pop any of his stuff. He had a full bottle, he had 21 charges, he wasn't hit by the Frostbitten from the Ice Blast as well. Could have survived that couple of extra seconds that maybe you would have needed for some sort of reinforcements to come, or at least to get back behind your tier 1 tower, but I guess maybe they feel like with a lot of those ultimates being used, no Magnetize now, no Lasso, no Stampede, maybe they want to make another attempt of their own, but
Dire's
nighttime and
bottom
you don't
tower
exactly
is
have the
under
greatest
attack.
vision right now.
On JZ. Those supports from Missouri, and somehow Somnus shows up out of nowhere. Does get the Ice Blast though. Signals a position though of the Pango with that swashbuckle. Finds a shield crash. Doesn't look like it's going to be enough though. There's now ILICH. He'll get the charge in. When Thunder is starting to bring some other members over, it's just Knight at the moment, so ILICH is still in danger. There's another stuns up from Chalice, lines it on to 2. Nice initiation. And Thunder, they just go down one by one as Somnus rewarded with the triple kill.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And all the time, Naga Siren is just sitting back and farming, pushing towers, letting the illusions do the work, and actually being relatively close by to a lot of
Dire's
where
middle tower
the illusions are
has
getting
fallen.
these kills. So she's level 12. She's highest level in the game, equal with a bristleback, which is not
Dire's
typically what you
middle
expect to
tower
see
is
from a
under
Naga
attack.
Siren at this stage.
See how aggressive they can be with these two supports, and you know, if Somnus is nearby, he's always going to be with this Earth Spirit. And now you got Blink on Chalice, who can also be super active, so it's going to be very difficult for these two position supports on Thunder, as we saw that be the case in the fight. Other one, this time it's a core and ILICH. He's going to go down. Chalice 4, 2,
ILICH
and
is
7 now.
Far too selfless, I think, is the best way to
Dire's
put it.
top
Like, you
tower
need
is
to make
under
sure that
attack.
you're farming with this level 9 timing that you've got with the Spirit Breaker. You one-shot
Radiant's
waves
middle
just
tower
with
is
phase
under
boots,
attack.
wind lace, and popping the phase boots when you're charging, and that's really significant because you're not showing on the map for too long. It means that you're still keeping lanes controlled while allowing Smiling Knight to be the ones taking a lot of these stacks and building up his own net worth. He's still keeping up with the rest of them, but if the Spirit Breaker is going to take a wave and then hang around in the lane and die, it really isn't worth the time investment.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
7,000 net worth lead, 17 minutes in. Maybe I could play through the portal here from Thunder, actually connecting with this wave that's being pushed out to see if anyone defends by themselves.
Or is even able to defend this bottom lane. They haven't lost a single tier 1 tower just yet.
Oh.
Dire's middle
Someone's actually ended
tower
up
is
using
under
a
attack.
Fusel Blade there. Doesn't exactly have the great
This is
attack
awkward.
potential.
Low.
Real awkward.
Ooh, just gets it off. No mana for
mana.
TP.
Yeah, he just needs to get into the fog as quickly as he can. Will he TP?
Which is
or
pretty
get
fast.
to the boys?
It was fast.
Damn fast.
Well, Song Use should be a tier 1 tower that
Radiant's
goes down. The
bottom
Smiling
tower
Knight
is
here.
under attack.
Getting close to his level 15
Radiant
talent as
structures
well.
are
If he's going to
fortified.
opt for it. Side the river,
Dire's
Somnus as
top
well.
tower is under
Trying
attack.
to find the power, and they had a ward though up on the higher ground. Banishment set up to the roll. Ice Blast to fly out as well. They should have the damage with 3 members. Really nicely done from Thunder. That is a much needed kill.
Ends up going over to the Shadow
Radiant's
Demon. Not the
bottom
worst,
tower
honestly.
is under
Being
attack.
able to get a Blink Dagger over to a Shadow Demon just to enable him to stay
Dire's
super
top
safe.
tower
Always
is
have the
under
disruption
attack.
from things like the
Radiant's
lasso.
bottom tower has fallen.
Very useful tool to have. And at the impact of the Shadow Demon. FY just off the mark with a dead shot and
Another.
five.
And he's got no song to work with, so they're going to close onto the Naga.
Why your people cast you out.
Back-to-back core kills for Smiling and the boys, and they're going to be super happy with this. They can now look to walk it down. You've got the Ag Shard picked up from Knight.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Airball just lets you go for those deeper dives. He's making a few TPs happen. I mean, you got the Magnetize available, I suppose.
They started to move away from him. I mean, Knight's going to be here with the Banishment. They need to come back to the area. Apparently with the Spirit Vessel out, Smiling Knight is just going to get blown up with the 3 heroes. And meanwhile, Chalice, he was able to block SLATEM from getting nearby to offer any assistance. And now Somnus as well is potentially going to try and catch up to ILICH. They've got a deep observer that's going to scout him out shortly. ILICH will get some distance. They are not done though. These heroes are very mobile.
Radiant
Are you going to be able to get out of this one? ILICH steps into the trees, tries to TP Somnus, blind roll. Runs into the last second, not even going to go for it anyway, so we'll make it up. But that is a big kill into Smiling Knight. 4 deaths at the moment on the Bristle.
It is indeed, and it really shows the impact of things like that Spirit Vessel and what it's capable of doing, right? He was just a little bit too deep behind the tier 1
Dire's
tower. It's
top
not the place
tower
that he
is
wants to
under
be at this
attack.
point.
Low bottom. Maybe he's not going to expect more members than just ILICH nearby. The chain control needs to be perfect to stop the Song. I think they missed the Ice Blast as well, so yeah, the damage is going to be lacking. They might even be able to TP out and get the kill into the Shadow Demon as well. Never mind. Alright, they just blow up the illusion.
Thanks, Furia.
Yes, happy with that.
It was once doable at that stage. Somnus is keeping up in net worth as well.
Bright and
Bottled up.
breezy.
Spirit Vessel, Blade Mail. He wants to be in the thick of things, and Bristleback's one of those heroes that can't really control the damage that he does as well. So you know you're always going to get great value out of that Blade Mail.
So a very nice Ag Shard though to get for Night Shadow Demon. You got the cleanse now, so against the Bat Rider,
Dire's
into
middle
Earth
tower
Spirit,
is under
and
attack.
away to Naga even and Snare.
Dire
Yeah,
are
there's
scanning.
really a lot you can look to do with this, and he might get caught out though. The good reaction out of the Pogo stick in the Banishment.
No.
And now this is going to give them time to react, and they're going to come down from the south as well.
Dire's
ILICH
top
through the
tower is
gate.
under attack.
Will catch Azure Ray off guard. Now FY as well. Yeah, oh, he's out. Very nice use of the calling.
Yeah, they know that he's TP'd out, so they know that they can take Roshan now off the back of this. 3 points and the lucky shot, so good amount of minus armor being given over to Roshan. Bristleback with his physical damage going to be in one, making the most of that. Airball, the Bristleback itself, he's already up to take those 3 stacks.
What do we feel about the opportunity here from Thunder? Like 7,000 deficit. You've got the Aegis now. Is this a lineup that we're expecting to be a little bit more timing based? Like, do you need to have a net worth lead at this stage of the game, or do we feel like they can combat versus Azure as the game goes on?
I think hypothetically they can, but I think the gold is on not necessarily the wrong heroes. I just think ILICH is too poor to be because he's the one that's dealing with the Naga Siren most of the time, right? He's the one providing a lot of the chain control. They're not killing Naga unless the charge comes through from that
Dire's
SB.
middle tower
So
is under
if he's
attack.
not going to be picking up this Shadow Blade, I don't think they're going to be able to have enough to find those pickups. I think it'll be pretty rare if Mo puts himself in a really risky position again.
Might be able to get a kill into Tian Ming, SLATEM's and Knight. What is that? Okay. That's Cat's voice line. That's so funny.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
But you and Cap on my profile, all right? Not even myself.
Radiant's middle
You know how
tower
much I
is
love
under
myself.
attack.
I appreciate it.
See an update.
Radiant's
tomorrow.
middle tower has fallen.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen. Exactly.
Dire's top tower
I'll
is
keep
under
you off
attack.
for as long as I can. Somnus? Looking for a solo kill, but ILICH is here and your BKB. It's not gonna do a whole lot. Nicely done from Knight. He's gonna be able to keep MJZ alive. Should still be able to get the kill with the refresh and the magnetize. And in fact, he won't. Oh, they're gonna stampede too. What's going on?
Yeah, is overestimating himself a little bit. I mean, I understand wanting to get those free pickoffs whenever you can, but behind a tier 2 solo's not the time to do it. Maybe just wanted to put it in styling shoes a little bit as, yeah, MJZ let him know about it.
How did he get the cheer? How did Tsunami get the cheer as well, actually, behind him? I want to know.
He's
Radiant's top
Half the
tower
individuals.
is under
Yes,
attack.
yes. So they are indeed. Some momentum being built for Thunder here. Do have to go up against a hard on the Naga now, though, so
Radiant's top
you
tower.
mentioned
has fallen.
potentially the Spirit Breaker being able to address it, maybe even Pango as well. A little bit here even without the Maelstrom, but hard is now a completely different beast.
Radiant are
It
scanning.
is, and I'm interested to see what ILICH even chooses for his tier 2 neutral item. He's just holding on to it right now. Obviously, the movement speed from the Faded Brooch providing so much for a Spirit Breaker.
Oh, the Spirit Breaker. Uh-oh, gotta be cautious. Yeah, sentry dropped and... Where did he run to? It's nowhere.
Run away.
Bright and breezy.
Huh. I didn't even...
Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say I didn't even notice FY is trying to scale. I didn't see Maelstrom.
I was
Yeah.
literally about
Yeah.
to mention FY. So, I mean, the thing is, I was wondering, do you just go Glipnir off the back of this? I feel like it wouldn't be the worst. Having multiple heroes, for example, caught within the calling, dealing with illusions that might be made by the Shadow Demon feels pretty nice to me. And it's a natural progression of things, but maybe he just wants to sell the circlet and then eventually upgrade into that later.
That's for me.
Overall, it's slow-paced game, right? You're getting nothing out of the ages.
Which, I mean, they're getting farm, right? Which is what they wanted at the end of the day. They got a free kill onto Somnus without expending too much themselves. You're getting the Spirit Breaker bigger, which I think is the biggest deal themselves, right? Like, he's almost up to his level 15, so he's going to have even extra damage on top of everything else. Be able to hit on through.
I do see low. ILICH is pretty fast to be able to catch up to him. The rest of go down to the south though. Low ducks into the trees. They're gonna ping him out though. Night will start. Tika's gonna have an opportunity to be able to get the ultimate off. Nice manta dodge. Are you serious?
Yeah.
What? Low, that was incredible.
Would have only been better if SLATEM's had a basher at that time and was able to interrupt the TP out, but this is the stage where you want to make all these
Dire's
sorts of big
bottom
plays,
tower is
and
under
yeah, low.
attack.
Instantly to bottom.
Faith in himself, yeah.
Double Knights together, hand in hand, but Somnus as well
He's
with
not alone
Chalice.
this time.
It's the trio we've seen so much in the past, playing with the boys. Won't be able to get any kills though. Smiling Knight offering the protection. FI will be able to TP out in their face, but Somnus will not retreat as SLATEM cuts off the escape avenue inside the river. And a nice roll as well to block one last opportunities with the remnants of that Aegis Thunder. Got a couple of kills on their side of the map.
They do, and I mean, they're getting a little bit greedy, I'll be honest, on Azure Ray, right? I feel like they are lacking a little bit of that damage potential. FY, he's not quite at the point where he's truly scaling, right? It's gotten past the point where a simple calling into Deadshot is going to kill people. This isn't the laning stage anymore, so I feel like maybe if you're going to make that sort of play, you might need that Pierce the Veil for the extra little bit of damage.
Mirrored image dodge, apologies, not the Manta. We got to see it again though, and all its glory. Bottom lane, Chalice and Tian Ming need detection enjoys. There are, it's a little bit too late.
He's actually gone for the Bulldoze cooldown instead of the damage, which, you know, I get. He just wants to be on the map and as unkillable as possible. He's even been able to pick up that planar pocket, which, I mean, feels pretty nice against the likes of Ensnare, against the lasso as well, if you're in the thick of
Dire's
things.
middle tower is under attack.
I don't know, this game's got a kind of a bit of a weird feeling to it. Azure had the net worth lead for, I mean, pretty much the entirety of this game, and it's been a very big lead as well, but
Exceptional fight.
impressed with how Thunder have been playing this, and
Yeah.
I mean, they're going to get him too. He's got Beretta nearby, but I don't think FI is going to try and reveal himself. Knight does get the banish out, but it is time now for Azure Ray to respond. Lowe's going to be here. SLATEM can catch up to the Nagasado. He is a lot of trouble. Lowe
Another
gets
dodge.
the song out.
That was a Manta dodge.
He should make it to it. A late TP song covers the full duration nonetheless.
Damn.
What did he dodge that time?
Well, yeah, it was a Manta dodge.
Did he dodge? I didn't see what he dodged.
He dodged the death. No, I remember he done something. I
did he?
forget what already, yeah.
Wait, no? Huh?
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, I agree with you though. It is a little bit of a weird state of affairs for sure. I'm wondering if ILICH is going to get lucky as well with some tier 3 neutral items. Would love to see him get a Defiant Shell as well. If he's getting any sort of right clicks onto him to be able to turn it around, maybe get a lucky bash. Always love those sorts of interactions with him. Darkseer, Faceless Void.
Radiant's middle tower
Big
is
three.
under attack. Dire are
Plenty of
scanning.
Tier 3 items available for them to pick up if they were wanting it. And he's finally looking to go into that Aghanim Scepter as well. So I really feel like he's been lacking a bit of this spell immunity for quite some time, as well as just the reduced cooldown.
Dude, this is a huge ward for Thunder to work with. Chalice just blindly running forward, but gets initiation onto Smiling Knight, who's not an easy person to kill. Simultaneously, Naga's going to try and deal with the backline, but still Thunder, they're running rampant. They'll be able to catch up to FY. A 1-for-1 to start. Chalice will also be able to deal with the ancient apparition as well. But it's a Thunder cause that might be able to turn the tides. Is it going to be enough, though? It's up to Knight, standing strong in the middle of it all. They're even wanting to buy back as well, but can they stop the retreat? It's on to ILICH's Spirit Breaker, but they lost the cliff ward. They're going to see low inside the lane. They're going to need detection afterwards, though, and it's not going to be the case. So we see a much better fight, though. Once Azure was able to get the backline support, it was all set up from low, and then Chalice was able to jump as well.
Is it set up for Roshan, though, is the real question. Doing his best to try and clear out this bottom wave as much as possible, give as much information as he can on Smiling Knight. Got a very small window where these cooldowns aren't available, and I just saw a smoke being swapped in by Tianming. They want to make a play here.
ILICH showed across the map. It's going to take quite some time to get there, and Chalice, they're all grouped up. It could be a perfect timing as well for him to go. Roshan's about to fall, and they're going to get him as well. Nice blink. Knight gets over to the north, but it's not going to matter. Lowe hunts him down inside the tree.
Wasting a ton of time.
Simultaneously, though, should be able to deal with the bat right on that space created. He doesn't even die. Knight's still alive. And now Lowe, it's a defensive song. They want to go for Roche instead. It's pretty low, but the core SLATEMs. Oh no, they're rolling. Okay, he can blink over the top. Gets bashed by Roche. At least he buys some time, though. The song has expired, and now they're back into the middle. The Smiling Knight wants to call. Do you go for the kills, or do you go for Roshan? It's MJZ. Over towards the northern side. Roshan's about to drop, but gets the ages. It's low. Snags it up. Chalice. Beautiful hoof stomp onto two, but Smiling Knight, he's got full resources, man. This bristleback is going uncontested. How are they going to be able to deal with him afterwards? They just want to avoid him. Get SLATEMs over to the northern side and kite Smiling Knight as best as they can, but Lowe, he might not make it out. Completely out of mana, soon to be out of health as well, because he's going to be geared up to go for the second round.
ILICH just wanting to make sure he's not getting disrupted here. They want to try and find a quick kickoff onto Somnus if they can.
They won't get it, though. Look how strong the bristle is. He's got some other boys here, but it's just MJZ with a back turn. Bloodstone activated. Smiling Knight, he's not running anywhere. The quills, the tips are well deserved, but you need to do more than that, my friend. The fight is not done just yet. Tianming tries to run down to the south, but Smiling Knight will lock onto his target, and he's got so much damage to find another. And that has to feel good for the young gun on Thunder.
Yeah, it does indeed. And the one that survives all through to the end of it as well is ILICH. He's up to level 18, nearly level 19, has the Aghanim Scepter completed. And have a look at his net worth. He was by far the lowest core in the game, coming out of the laning stage in the early mid game. But he has solidified himself in a solid 4th position right now, and it's only going to grow from here. Like it gets even better once he gets to level 20. That Charge of Darkness bonus speed, you previously needed that to be able to get a lot of the farm across the map, but now it's just going to be used purely for killing purposes, not just for farming.
Just looking back at that fight, since when did Chalice have a scepter? What?
Yeah, he briefly put FY into it, but didn't really do much.
Yeah, it's such a crazy.
He's going to scale.
Yeah.
Pretty good, right?
It feels like they have the read on how they need to have success in those fights with just avoiding Smiling Knight, but apparently he's just too strong at this stage. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, what is that? Oh my god. All right.
They are approaching the period where they can eventually deal with this stuff, though, right? Like, FY, he's going towards the Silver Edge. He's got extra damage coming through from his level 15 talent. You've also got a Nullifier being purchased up by Low as well. He's hit his own, level 20, so he's got more damage output too. Like, a lot of these things really do start to add up when you consider the Spirit Breaker and the Bristleback are the 2 main ones giving you a lot of issues in these fights. What they're building will directly address that.
I see smoke up there from Azure Ray. Thunder, they're going to mirror this movement as well. It's separated. FI is not with the boys at the moment. Meanwhile, you have Low towards the north side of the map too.
You know that the charge came up top. Maybe thinking that he's just underneath the Shadow Blade, but it's actually under a smoke.
We'll see Somnus near the portal.
Yeah.
They're very close to Low, and they might see the illusion shortly. He's already TPing out, so he'll be fine. The side smoke does not work by the looks of it, so it's just now are they able to get some wards down.
Level 20.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
More damage coming through now from ILICH. More farming potential. Charge of Darkness only has a 6-second cooldown as well, so by the time you get to the lane, you're basically free to go somewhere else.
ILICH bottom.
Tower is under attack.
Top to the Chalice. Zuri's starting to funnel some extra heroes nearby. ILICH is going pretty deep though, and he might run into Low shortly.
Gotta love the hitcher ride, just a mini stampede for yourself.
Cooldown, 24 seconds, okay. I'd really like to see a gem considered for Thunder. We've spoken a lot about the importance of these supports being very squishy position based, and
Dire's bottom
you've got one on Somnus. You've honestly had this gem for quite some time from Azure, and I think it's really going to need one on Dire. Village?
They don't have vision of him.
Wait, how is it far? Okay, cool hero. It's closer to tier 2. Knight already get the banishment off.
Under attack.
But he'll go down still. I mean, ILICH has got a bite back, but SLATEM's still going to try and get into the middle as well, but Azure have to be more than happy with that start, and they can go back in shortly once the cooldowns are there to work with.
First time it wasn't able to get that big initiation disruptor off. Got the demonic cleanse, but it just wasn't enough. It didn't pop, so didn't get the heal coming through from it, and had already used the blink dagger as well on 9, so a little bit of a concern for himself. He has got the
Burns it back. You'd love to force out the buyback in ILICH. Meanwhile, Tian Min, I mean, you see he's to the right of the tier 2 tower.
Knight has to be careful now. Like, you're having to deal with Silver Edge on FY. Like, this is legitimately something that you are scared of. You can get absolutely blown up. You've got the Lotus Orb, I suppose, to be able to give yourself a little bit of protection, as well as the Titan Sliver, just for that magic and status resistance, but you're looking to save those for things like the Orchid, and you've even got a Silver Edge on the Naga Siren as well, so it's about the coordination of when they are looking to use these things. Bait out, basically, the big cooldowns from the Bristleback.
SLATEM's getting very close to almost being solo killed from Low with this Orchid. Actually, I'm not going to do much, so through from him. Meanwhile, top lane, MJ's here trying to protect the ward. Will go down, but at least it was time for the charge. ILICH is actually going to connect with this. This is an opportunity for them to take a fight. You've got the Bristol back into the middle with a lot of damage. Meanwhile, Chalice gets the Earth Spirit out of danger, but they're not done just yet on Thunder as SLATEM's closes on to FY. 1 kill in the bag. Can they get more though? ILICH spies another. Low's going to be there with his song. Quick pause. What's going on?
I don't know. Who paused? Chalice. Must not have liked the food.
Jesus.
Acid reflux, I don't know. High stress situation, it happens.
All right, what's going on? So Song used how long? It's, I mean, 3/4. Chalice has got stun ready to go. You got Stampede as well to retreat.
I think you just get out.
Let's see if that's going to be the case. Yep, Tianming looking at TP, looking at TP out as well. Ursprit's bones? Or is that just my... hang on. You gotta stop. What am I looking at? What's going on? Why is it
I have
blow?
no idea. He's there. He's there. It must have been the Hitcher ride.
What's going on?
Well,
what am I
that's
actually...
the reason for the pause. Oh, they kicked... No? He kicks him... No, he kicked them away. Well?
Why are they pausing the game? What's going on? What am I looking at?
I mean, at least he was breakdancing the... Oh, he's going to try and hitch him again? Or you just can't target him?
Dire's bottom tower is under
Hello?
attack.
I've never seen this. What is...
I've always wanted to be a giant space
At least he's
crab.
making it
Why is
entertaining with, like, breakdancing instead of just sitting still.
How are we still on pause? What is going on?
I don't know, man. What are you meant to do in this sort of situation?
Dude, what... I have to imagine what the comms... I'm trying to... Cracking a smile on Somnus. So I guess you can target maybe the top? Is that what you're gonna try
Be
it?
a giant space crab.
What?
I don't know. It was a prank, bro. It was a
we're
prank.
looking
The
at
ride is up again. Ha! Yes! Let's go.
Yeah,
How to play.
oh my god, I'm not... Dude. This is... oh, Dota's
What are you
an
meant to
interesting
do?
game.
Use a keyboard and a mouse. Oh, come on. That's a little bit of BM.
So, look, I have no idea. My only suggestion would be you click the icon at the top. I have to imagine Chalice has already tried that because he's a very big brain.
But we can click it, right? I assume that that's the similar sort of thing. Normally, like, we couldn't click a Dark Willow in Shadow Realm. It's just, like, untargetable. So he's like, what can we do about it? Oh. You gotta try again. Get him in. Oh. He's like, get away from me. You did this to me, Chalice. He's trying stomp and they're trying everything. What else can they
Dropping
do?
items, picking up.
Gem's still on the ground. He's picking it now.
Dude, I
Don't let them have it.
love to hear the comms.
I wouldn't. It'd be depressing as hell.
Radiant's middle tower
I
is under
actually am
attack.
speechless. You gotta try and TP.
Dire's structures are
Dude,
fortified.
Chalice is about to die.
With the gem.
He's gonna die. What is this game? What's going on? Get out. He's got Stampede off the workhorse.
Has been
They're just gonna take a fight around Somnus's body. Are we serious right now?
That's pretty
He's gonna
smart.
stand either
Radiant's
by
courier has been killed.
and watch Chalice die. This, like,
This is Ice Frog's finest creation
Dire's
right here.
middle tower
This
is under
top side,
attack.
this rolling hamster ball of death, but it's not actually rolling.
I see no other way but a remake. I don't even know if we have that.
I don't know. I remember, what was it?
Radiant's top
Liquid
tower
OG
is under
last TI?
attack.
It's possible, apparently. He's firing away.
Dire's bottom tower is under
laughing.
attack.
Always wanted
Make
to
the
be a
most
giant
out of it.
space crab.
Oh,
I
poor baby.
yeah okay.
Oh,
All right.
poor baby.
Oh, I
This
agree.
is some incredible things. I mean, Dota never stops to amaze with what is possible in this game. No, just
Said go. No, yeah. That'd be my response.
night pause for them as well, and then like go.
What
Yeah,
else
duh.
can they do? I'm looking for any neutral items. Like, all right, has he got a neutral item yet? He does, damn. No tier 4 items can really like change positioning. I was thinking maybe like if he hadn't picked Ogre Seal Totem yet, maybe he could try something with that. What else do you need to wait for?
Can I go smart?
Oh, don't leave the room. Oh, okay. If it gets to 50 minutes, Fallen Sky, surely.
I've always wanted to be a giant
They can
space
get out of
crab.
it. I say 50, 60 minutes. Like both lobbies. Is he still smiling? He is a little bit.
I honestly, I love how they haven't even brought up like remake admin, just anything, because some of this is like, he's just, this is it. He's succumbed to it. It's like there's nothing that can be done. He trusts the boys to somehow win 4, and it's a true 4v5. It's not like they can. It's not like they can even control him.
They got to bait him up towards the top side. We always get one of these games, don't we? One of these games where something has to go wrong. Oh.
What happened? What happened with the OG Liquid? I know there was like a.
It was the classic bug. It was the classic bug where someone like disconnected and couldn't read.
That's right. Yeah, it was a DC one. Okay, so that was a 2-hour pause. No. Some stupid amount.
It was at least 1.5 hours, yeah. And they started talking about which of them is which Naruto character during the pause. I wonder if we could get a similar sort of discussion going. Any anime profile pics that we got here?
We're not doing this. We're so much better.
What else are we doing, bro? What else are we doing?
I don't want to go down the route of, dude, he queued up man to the giant like, I don't know, man.
If that makes 3 balls, I will laugh my ass off.
Oh my god, dude. I don't know. Some wild stuff.
I can't believe a player actually bought my voice line. Wow. I'm happy. Spam it.
That's all you're thinking about right now.
Yeah, exactly. That's all I'm thinking about. Oh, look at that. Even a Wyvern emote. They're listening to me. Thank you, Knight. I appreciate you.
Well, this is, I must say, never would have expected to see anything like that or be in this position. But like I said, Dota is, it's a beautiful game, man. We're still in beta, but it's all right. We get moments like this where we can hold hands, speak about what campfire stories do we want to tell?
Campfire stories?
I don't know. Campfire stories are cool. I mean, I can set one up.
I mean, we could do trivia as well if you want.
What trivia would you like to do? We're doing the.
What is the passive
names?
of Stormcrafter?
Cyclone?
Bottled
Just
lightning.
the basic? Oh, wait. Oh, you said storm. Yeah, okay, sorry.
What do you think I meant?
Oh, passive. I thought you meant active. Sorry. I thought active instead of passive.
It doesn't have an active.
I know. I just, yeah. What was that was, I thought a while ago when the mini yours.
Yeah. Maybe it was just cycling, yeah. Not sure. All right, campfire story, hit me.
I know, I don't have any campfire
You have
stories.
absolutely nothing. Cool.
Oh, we're gonna replay.
Oh, here we go, replay. We get to see what happened.
I think it's, yeah.
I would assume so. All right, here we go. Here's what to do to ruin your pub, everyone. I mean, we know who the culprit is. Yeah, there it is.
Bro, that's so crazy.
And he was BKB'd as well, so it like ends up wasting the BKB too, and then he just leaves him there as the rolling ball of knock death, the bigger version of SLATEM's Pango roll. Oh,
I've always wanted to be a giant space crab.
I didn't even notice that's why we paused. That's so crazy.
My camera was away from it. I was like, what?
That makes so much sense now. All right, wow, that's crazy. Well, I think as a whole, I mean, we've got a little bit of time. We can do maybe some expectations. I've just refreshed Wikipedia, saw that Spirit guaranteed first place, or well, guaranteed, I don't know if that's first or at least upper yet, top 2 for Group A. So they are 6-0 map count
my winner
today.
Picks or that my grand final picks.
That's incredible. I mean, this team is just leveling up as a whole when we get to it. There's this kind of meme or storyline, whatever you want to say, going around with they upgrade, they level up when you get to a big prize pool. But it's truly something that we've seen from them so far. But you said Spirit Thunder was what you were expecting, right?
Correct. I was also expecting Talon to be top 6, and they are 0-4 at the moment. So
that's right.
Who they got left? Heat Stars and Quest. Winnable, but so was TSM. I was expecting at least a 1-1 in that one.
Good to see though for TSM, because this is also a team that has had a very rocky year. They looked very good at Bedroom Darcher, but being able to come in, I mean, some of these boys as well, the organization was knocked out in groups last year too. So
you know what? I've changed my opinion. I want to see TSM in front of a crowd because I cannot wait for the USA chant, and there are 0 Americans on that roster. So that's what I absolutely want to see. What do you got? A Peruvian, Canadian, Russian, a Brit, and an Indonesian guy. So like, have fun with that. But you know what? I'm going to be there chanting that as well if they end up making it that far.
Ordinary Americans that they are, so they can help represent them. We'll see what Shopify is able to continue to do as well. But
also no Americans other than Bulba on that team.
This is at least we got Nouns here. Come on, man. What are you trying to say? Nouns 1-1 Beast Coast. They got 2-0.
You got Snake King is what you got.
Yeah, that's true. At least someone's able to represent. Hey, we of course we got Quinn as well with Gladiators, so. They're able to continue going. They're 2-0 Virtus Pro, so had a bit of a rocky start versus LGD, who are also 4-0 to close out the day. But it's an exciting time, dude. When